Hi, I'm Jackie, and while I'm not a lawyer, I'm here to bring you the latest news on U.S. naturalization. USCIS announced another policy memo this week, and it's an important one. The title is Hold and Review of All Pending Asylum Applications and All USCIS Benefit Applications Filed by Aliens from High-Risk Countries. The memo doesn't specifically talk about U.S. naturalization, but it will most likely affect your N-400 application. Let me break everything down in simple terms. What is this new policy about? USCIS announced that they are placing a hold and conducting a re-review of certain immigration applications. They say this is due to national security and public safety concerns. So, who is actually affected by this policy? The memo covers two groups of cases: pending cases and approved cases. Let's start with the pending cases. So for the pending cases, all pending asylum applications. These will be placed on hold regardless of your country of origin. So if you have a pending I-589, you will be affected. Second, applications from immigrants from the 19 high-risk countries. Here are the 19 countries currently on the list. If you list one of these countries as your country of birth or country of citizenship, your case falls under this new policy. That means even if you weren't born in one of the 19 countries, but you hold a passport from one of them, your application will be impacted. The memo mentions several applications that will be affected, including I-131, I-485, I-90, I-751, and the N-470. The memo does not specifically mention the N-400 application. Now let's talk about approved cases. Will you be affected if your case has already been approved? According to the memo, USCIS will also re-review approved applications filed by immigrants who are from one of the 19 high-risk countries and entered the United States on or after January 20th, 2021. The memo also states that people who entered the U.S. before that date may still be reviewed if USCIS decides it's necessary. Again, the memo does not clearly state whether approved N-400 cases are affected. So, does this affect your N-400 application? If you are from one of the 19 listed countries, your N-400 application will most likely be delayed. I have already received multiple reports from applicants I'm working with who had their naturalization interviews and oath ceremonies canceled this week. These applicants are from some of the 19 listed countries. But even if you're not from one of these countries, you may still face delays. Why? Because USCIS now has to use a lot of time and resources to re-review these affected cases, which means less time for processing new applications like the N-400. You may also see longer background checks, more requests for evidence, and more scrutiny of your travel history or previous immigration applications. So, what should you do now? If you've already filed your N-400, keep studying for your interview. And yes, I have all the updated study materials on my channel. Also, review your entire immigration history. Your journey may have started years ago, so refresh your memory. Also, organize your documents and make sure you have your travel history, employment history, and marital history ready for the interview. And of course, continue to follow the law and be a good member of your community. And consult an immigration attorney if you're unsure of how this memo affects you. For those of you who have not filed the N-400 yet, if your case is straightforward and not complicated, it may be a good idea to apply sooner rather than later. There have been a lot of changes in the past 12 months, and I wouldn't be surprised if more changes are coming. I know there's a lot of uncertainty right now, but don't lose hope. Take a deep breath and focus on what you can control. I'm here for you, and I'll keep you updated on any new changes. You got this.